Gale ratings, this is garthrs, the Timeless Adventure, another episode of Space Engineers, which is now going to be my Friday upload. And I picked Friday specifically because on Thursday, they update. Today we got Pistons, factions enable, disable member auto approval, hacking, breach HUD notification, thruster can work without cockpit, use terminal, blast door blocks, nice. Rotor height adjustment. Oh, semi-auto mode for battery. Oh, this is the best day ever. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. So, since we have blast door blocks, let's see what they do. Of course, I'm not in creative, so it's going to take a minute to build it. All right, but let me tell you a couple things I learned. First of all, Redneck Gamer told me something, and I didn't know it. So now that I do know it, things are different. Vive la différence. After these two pieces of equipment merge together, we run into the inevitable problem of the ship not wanting to do a single darn thing. So I worked out on my own how to fix that, but Redneck Gamer showed me how to fix it for Rizzles. What happens is when you merge with a station, the ship becomes part of the station. And in order to get that out of there, you have to go to the info and convert it back to a ship. I didn't know that. Space Engineers actually has a little utility program where you can convert stations to ships and ships to stations and blah, blah, blah. So that's what I did because it was listed as a station. But I don't really need to merge. So let me show you what I did. Now, with this, the connector I put on the bottom of the ship, connector to station and connector to ship. This is actually on the ship. But with this connector active, as you can see, by the there you go, by the green X's on the connectors, they're just like landing gear. I can connect and disconnect, just like that. So the only difficult thing is actually getting separated. And as it stands right now, I'm pretty much locked in place. So that's good. It's pretty much like a merge, except I don't bleed station. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. This is crazy loud. I think when they do updates for some reason, sometimes the sound gets reset. No, sound is still good. Let's see if my controls are changed. Because spectator is no longer F9. See, that used to revert back. F9 is my record button. So it's kind of hard to go into spectator mode when you record. Anyway, so we're piloting a large ship right now. If we go into our inventory, we see we have our inventory on this side and the other stuff on this side. Now, if I go to connected inventories on ship or station, we can scroll down here until we see these orange things, the holderer, the putter togetherer, the powerer, the chewer upper, the catcher, and of course the thing itself. So what we want to do, we just want to steal a little bit of, let's steal a little bit of these bulletproof glasses, and we can just drag it right in there. Boom, and we're done. That's how we do, you see? So if I wanted to take in this, so I got small reactors. Did I have reactors? I thought I had more than one reactor. No, I only have two reactors, and they both have 4.5 in them. So I could right-click drag over here and add 5.5 to this one, confirm, and then right-click over here and add 5.5 to this one, confirm. So that's easy way to refuel, whatever, what have you, whatever. So I don't need to merge. I was going about it all wrong. Okay. So now that we've got that idiocy out of the way, let's look at blast doors, because I'm super curious, right? This is a piston. That's pretty cool. I'm really excited to work with that. I mean, piston, hey, me and you, we're going to work together. All right, so blast door inverted. Let's see what a blast door does. All right, blast door is a lot of steel plates. So let's see what blast door does. Let's just put one on the back here. We might be able to like move it or something. I don't know. Maybe we could do like a piston or something. A piston. He did what in his cup? All right. So let's turn this on and rotate it a bit and see if we can see what we see. All right. So we got a blast door. I wonder what happens if we just solder that in place. Yeah. Let's just solder it in place and see what happens. Because I'm super curious. I don't have enough steel plates. Obviously. Even though I just stole all kind of stuff from the station. Alright, so let's go with steel plates because you're my friend. Alright, so we have a buttload of steel plates. And then we're up. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this blast door thing is designed to do something blasty-doory like. And I'm thinking that quite possibly what it could be designed to do is slide using a piston. So let's have a look-see at this. Blast door. We got blast door edge. We have blast door. Let me see. I don't see a blast door actuator. There's the battery. Oh, and speaking of battery, we said this a while back. If when the battery was charging, the little lights would be blue. And you'll see that they're full up now. Now, if I go over here to this, it's I, it's K, yeah. And on this battery, it's on recharge. So if we turn it off, sets to recharge when stored power is 0, sets to discharge when power is max. So we can actually do that right now, and that's good to go. Now you'll notice that these lights went from blue to green. So green is in use, and blue is in charging. So we go here like this, and we turn it back on, and we turn off that, then we should be good to go. So everything is working as it should be working. All right, so now let's grab our piston to see if that's what we need to do. We might need to be moving that with a piston. I don't even know how to work these pistons, and they're new, so God only knows what you can do with them. All right, so let's put that piston right there. All right, and I'm curious what will happen. I'm really curious. It probably requires a whole bunch of stuff I don't have. Construction components, large steel tube, motor, that's easy. So 10-4-4-2. Got you. Sucka mo jucka. Hook it up. So we have 10-4-4-2. I grabbed 10 of all, but that's just fine. That's just fine. All right, so let's just test it and see what happens. I wonder if it can actually. Oh, I grabbed small steel tubes? That's where I derped. My bad. But I wonder if you can grab an item and put it like a sticky piston. I mean, does it sticky? You know what I'm saying? Is it just sticky piston? Because I just said sticky like 3 times. And you know, just in case you didn't know what I was talking about the first 2 times, what I said sticky piston. All right, so we have a piston, which has an interface right there. So let's go to it and see what our options are. Now, velocity, maximum distance is 10 meters, minimum distance is 0 meters. Let's reverse it and see what happens. So it's going to come out. Is it going to grab anything? Is it going to push everything crazy? All right, now let's have it retract. Let's have it retract, because if this is this does what I think it does. All right, now we're gonna have to actually make this part of the piston, which we could totally do. We could totally do that, and then I could redesign this back end and not have a door that flies off every time I dock with a ship. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I think what it is when the 2 merge blocks come together, they kind of magnet, and the ship, you know, oscillates in numerous different directions, and you got to figure out what in the deuce just happened, and then your cargo door is floating across the space. So I think we could totally do that. So on this, let's see, we have to. Oh yeah, okay, we have a secret part, top piston part. All right, so what is this? Does it have an inventory? No. All right, let's see if we can put this piece on there. No, we cannot. Okay, so that makes sense. Maybe if we rotate it. Oh, we can do it that way. So let's look at what other pieces of blast door we have. Edge, corner. Let's try the edge here. The edge, hopefully it doesn't go all the way down. I don't think it does. It doesn't. It doesn't. You know, this is grounds for a redesign right here. This is grounds for a redesign. Give me about 20 minutes here. Oh no. Did it pull it all in my inventory? I hope to gosh it did. Anyways, give me about 5 minutes here, and I'll rip all this out, and I'll put a few pistons down, and we're going to test this puppy. We are going to test this puppy big time, because I think I like my slope design here in the back, but I think I would much rather have pistons. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's give her a shot and see what we can do with this. All right? All right? Okay. All right. Yeah, while I recharge my suit here, let me just point out, I don't know if I did or not, but I'm in my cockpit and I'm moving my mouse, and these connectors are locked in, clamped in enough to keep me from moving around. The downside is here, when I disconnect this, I can't pull away because it's automatically doing that. So what you have to do is, while you're connected, go into your control panel and con to station and just turn it off, and then when you back away you can't, but you have to be connected. And then when you pull up again, you just go into your control panel, con to station, you turn it on, and then when you come down close enough like this, you should be able to just connect in. You're good to go. So I don't know if I said that or not, so I'm going to say it now, and you will listen to me. Alright, so I've spent a little bit of time putting everything back together. Let's see, are these things going to stick together? That is a solid block. Yes, so those will stick together. So I can disconnect this final piece, and it won't float away. Yay! So what we're shooting for here on this one, like I said, I am totally fresh with this design. I have no knowledge of pistons whatsoever. Literally, while I was prepping for the episode, Space Engineers told me an update was available. So that's how long that I've been working on this. All right, so we want you. I want you. There we go. All right, so let's see. Is that going to be enough? No, I need to go up one more. I need to go up one more all the way across here. Disappointing, but we can do it. Like I said, these are connected via that, so they're not going to float away. Disappointing. But proof of concept, we could have a pretty nice little door here. I think it'll work. I think it will work, because the blast doors, if they work the way I think they work, then the edge should be fine. So we're going to have to go up a little bit higher than I initially thought. So what I think I'm going to do is, let me bring this around. That way, and I'll just mate it all up here in a little bit. All right, but first things first, we need to get our pistons in. So let's go ahead and get our pistons in. I guess that's good. Yeah, and I guess that's good. Yeah, and I guess that's good. And then we want one more right there, and then one more right there. Now the reason that I'm bringing them up as far as I am is because I want to be able to retract this enough, because I only need 3 here. So what I need to do on this side, if you go into the G, you'll see that there is an edge right here, which I already have. There is a corner, which I already have. Now remember, I only need 3. So what I need to do is take this number 5 and put it like 1, 2, and then on the bottom, I just do the edge. So I need to rotate this one so that it's right. Boom. Now on this one, I need, and I may only need 1 of these pistons, which will make it even more better. More better. Alright, so in this one, I can just do a regular blast door, like that, which is going to be sideways. Oh, I think that's what it is. I only need 1. So let me correct this. Let me correct my rectification. So I only need 1. I think I may only need 1. This will work out even mo better. Alright, so the first guy I need is a blast door, which is a 7. And 7 is that way. Yeah, so 7, 7, 5. And then we need that. And then that. And then on this one we need a corner. And then we need... I think that's going to connect, though. That might be a problem. We'll find out here in a minute when I go to activate it and everything just goes to schnarkies. That's a dirty word. I just made it up. Don't use it, kids. It's the devil. Alright, so let's bring you insync and then 7, 1 and 2, and then and then 5 and T. Alright, so that totally works. It's scary. So let's see if we can orctivate it. Because I should have all the things I need in here for this. Except for construction components for some reason. Why am I missing construction components? I shouldn't be. Alright, so that should give me ample clearance. That should give me ample clearance. I said ample. This is a stupid word. Alright, so, gimme. And we're going to need a whole bunch of plates. So let me just... I already got them all in my inventory. That's why I don't have any in the thing. Alright, so we come up here and finish our build. And you see... Right? Then we need to come down here and finish this thing, the invisible top piston part. Alright, but it's good enough. So, alright, so let's start this puppy a-moving. There it is, okay. So we'll go like this. I don't even know why it has an inventory access point. So let's go ahead and activate, K. And this is piston, we're going to call this one door. Piston door. Alright, and we basically just want to reverse it right now and see if the stuff moves down. It does, it moves down. It moves down. Oh, yes, it's very nicely done. Way to hustle. That's beautiful. Thank you for destroying my ship. You're so kind. 10 meters is obviously too much. Did you see it? I just guillotined my ship. Alright, that totally worked out. Control panel. Maximum distance, let's go about half of that. And let's just go half of that. There we go. So it should retract itself a little bit now. That is just ridiculous. Look at all that damage. Ah, I kind of assumed it would tailor itself just a skosh. So let's reverse it and see what happens. That was a whole lot of damage. Did you see it? It just completely destroyed everything. It completely destroyed everything. Well, that's good, because I was going to saw it all away anyways. So, I guess it doesn't really hurt anything. That was kind of stupid. Guillotine! Oh, no! Oh, no! Alright, so it just ripped everything apart. That's epic, beyond compare. I wish I knew how to spell guillotine, because I know what I'd have the name for this episode be. Guillotine. So, I guess with a piston, you could definitely, you could really jack somebody's ship up. I guess that'd make a pretty alright weapon, if you think about it. Pretty alright weapon would just be to guillotine them to death. I think. So, yeah. Alright, so basically what we need is we need to bring this down, actuate it now. I just want to saw this up here so I can see if there's any more damage happening. I don't know if this side damage is because the pieces were being struck along the side, or if because it's a result of the guillotine motion. That looks like everything. Blast doors seem fairly durable though, because I just put that one little thing on and it totally did it. So let's go ahead and activate it. Control panel reverse and come down here and see how much more guillotining it does. So we want it to come down and stop right. Well, actually, we needed to come a little bit further. So let's have it go down. Something in my washing machine is causing a problem. Tick, 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 tick. Let's have it go down just a little bit more. So we'll put that there. And we'll take it down to 5.5. See if that's good enough. So 5.5 left a little bit to be desired there, but not much. Yeah, I only need an opening of about 3, so this shouldn't really be too difficult. So an opening of about 3. So let's take it down to 6. See if that works. Alright, it's almost where I want it. So it's probably going to be, I would say we're going to go up to an even 7 now. I think that would be the best course of action. Even 7. And I've got a pretty good idea on how to cradle it. Pretty good idea on how to cradle it. I figure since that blast door is so powerful, we could probably use the blast door parts themselves to kind of base it out. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what we'll try to do. Alright, it's going to take a little bit of steel plates, but we might have our cargo door back. Alright, so we're coming up here, and we want to come down, let's say we'll come down a full 1 more. I could totally do that. A full 1 more. Okay, we'll go down a full 1 more. Oh, that was rather convenient. Yeah, that's exactly what I think I want. But what we need to do is put these back. And that. And I'm actually going to bring this back. This angled bit's going to go bye-bye. And we'll bring it back just a little bit. Then we'll bring it back 1 more. And then 1 more on that side. And I'm going to get rid of that angled bit here too. But yeah, this is totally cool. I like pistons. I'm very excited about pistons and blast doors. Alright, and also got my idea on a pretty good weapon now. It's pretty alright. Alright, so we're going to put that there, that there, and that there, and that there, and that there. Yes. No. Let's take it down. Let's just actually take it down 0.1 more. Let's take it down 0.1 more. Alright, so now we go down 0.1. Let's see if that destroyed everything. I don't think 0.1 is going to do much. Let's get rid of our item in our hand. Alright, we could probably take it down. Let's go down 0.2 more. I just got a good feeling that 0.2 is going to be an issue. I'm using the arrow keys. There we go. So now we come down here and look how much damage we have, which appears to be exactly what we need. Thank you. Have a good day. So let's get to welding this together. But first we're going to have to do that and that. And that. And that. And that and that. We also need to retract it all the way, so let's reverse it. Let's reverse it and see if that causes any problems. So I can get rid of a lot of this ancillary taper at the back here, which would also free me up for a lot of that. Okay, so we have a three tall exit now, which is good, which is pretty much what I wanted. We can get rid of a lot of this junk. We can get rid of a lot of this junk. A lot of this junk. I can actually even spin these puppies around. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. So let me do some welding, which is going to take forever. And I'll be back with you guys in just a brief moment. Okay, so I have... Well, I missed a couple of pieces here. But I have this pretty much welded up on its track so I can see if anything gets damaged. And I think that is going to be the final test here, and then I can start prettying it up. Go down here, put a K on, and hit the reverse, and we're going to see what happens. So this seems to be gliding smoothly. I love the piston idea. It's a beautiful idea. People have implemented it with rotors before, and oh, it didn't even contact. Oh my God, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. I'm so happy. I could literally just scream. Ah! All right, so anyways, that's pretty much going to work. I'm just going to pretty up this back end a little bit, but I think what we ought to move to next is another change. Now, remember when we had rotors before, we had that problem with rotors not having an adjustable height. So let's just go ahead and slap one of these puppies down. Come on, there we go. We're just going to slap that puppy down there. And we'll see if we have the materials. No, we don't. Not even close. But we can go get them. So we need 10, 4, 4. So I've got those. And I can't get in there. Can't get in there either. And basically I made this little stairwell right here. Just so I could be like an honored guest in my own house. You know what I mean? It's like roll out the red carpet, buddies. Oh, this is where I want to be. But we need 10, 2, or 10, 4, 2. Yeah, 10, 4, 4. That looks good. I totally worked it. Totally worked it. Oh, I need to juice my suit while I'm up here. While I'm up here. And once we get the shit pretty much designed the way we want, I still got to repair those things. But once we get this pretty much designed the way we want, my plan is to start coloring it, which is going to be fairly easy now that we know how to do that. Fairly. And it's like hot in this room. I don't know if I told you guys that often enough, but it is stinky hot. So let's just go ahead and fly up top here. Now what we're looking for on this one, and remember before there was a slight block offset. And what I'm looking for on this one is to see whether or not that block offset has been corrected. Has it been corrected? I hope so. Will I be happy? I know so. Alright, so now we have this thing right here. Let's see. Is there an interactive thing on it? You know, I think that every single item, there should be like a hotkey you can press where you enter like a UI for just that item so that you can rename it. I think I've said that before. You could just like, you know, hit maybe even craft like a little tool that you can keep on your person. When you hit it, you just point it at a block and, you know, left click and it opens up the thing. So now we go to control panel and we're looking for rotor. Where did the rotor go? Rotor, right there. Alright, so here we go. We have torque, braking torque, velocity, upper limit, lower limit, and rotor displacement. So let's see what happens when I take this down to 0. There we go. We'll take it to 0, and now we're going to try something. 0 is the offset. Now, it used to be 20 centimeters, but I think 0 actually, I don't know why I'm going this way. Oh, crap. Almost flew into that head first. That would have been stupid. But awesome at the same time. Alright, so anyway, so basically, just to give you an example of what I mean by offset, before, when we put this down here, you noticed this was offset. You can see the difference right here. See that difference? See that difference? You couldn't put anything in there whatsoever. If we take this a step further, actually, let me just go ahead and do this. And we'll do this as well. So you can't even put that there. Now, if you look, this offset may, see, it won't even let me put anything there. So let's play around with the offset a little bit and see what we can come up with. Come up with. Didn't know I was planning that, did you? Yeah, me neither. I hit the wrong button. That was totally wicked. All right, but what we're looking for here, I really wish I had like a partner in crime who could adjust these settings for me while I looked at the part. That would be nice. Alright, so we have rotor. So let's change that offset. Let's change that offset to plus 20 and see what that did. And I think I might just go ahead and mow through the ceiling right here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Put you in my inventory. Perfect. In and out. In about an hour. Get out of here. Alright, so now let's look at our offset. Doesn't seem to have worked it out. I think what we could probably do... You see it does look a little bit further away from this one, but not this one. Yeah, see, we can't do anything with that. So let me mow this one out of the way. And we'll put this little flippity dibbity on top here. I can't even do that. Alright. I'm really curious what this offset means. You know, I probably said it. You know, I could probably just hit that up right here. Alright, so control panel, rotor. And this last option is rotor displacement. Allows to move rotor grid up and down to solve various alignment issues. Let's try moving it down and see what happens. Rotor grid up and down. So we moved it down -20. Let's see what that did. It doesn't look like it did anything. Let's try to get rid of that. See if we can put it back. No, we still can't do that. It doesn't look like it's that much. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, -20 there. Pretty much that line lines up just a little bit below that white line on that. So let's shift it around and see what happens. I'm super curious because it doesn't appear to be making any kind of change whatsoever. So we might just want to just turn that puppy on and see what happens. Rotor. We'll just turn it on and give it a velocity of 2.3. And let's move this grid up and see what happens. Doesn't appear to have changed anything at all. Does it? What is the offset issue? You see what I'm saying? Doesn't appear to have changed anything. Alright, let's try setting it to 0 again and see what happens. Because it may only work when it's actually moving. You know what I mean? So we don't know. I haven't watched any of the videos yet. Like I said, the notification for this came out while I was doing the prep work for this video. So let's change it to 0. I think that's it. I really do. I really do. You see? I don't see any difference. I really don't. Let's get rid of you. We'll put you down. And since you're not going to work with me, I'm going to cause problems. Do what you got to do. Alright, so now we have a little bit of a steady overlap here. We should totally be able to see if a difference in this offset. Now this grid, if it's talking about this grid that it builds on, we might just have, you know, I guess 0.2 centimeters isn't really a lot. It's basically 2 millimeters, which isn't a whole lot. But alignment issues, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. It might just be so, you know, minute that I can't see it with the naked eye. And my eye is naked. I took its clothes off before we started recording. So let's go up 20. Get out of my shirt. Fly up here. Gimme, gimme. And let's have us a look at this. Yeah, if it did change, it changed ever so slightly. Let's try this. Yeah, that might be what it is. Just something to that effect right there. You know what I mean? Because if you have issues, I can't imagine where you wouldn't be able to. See, it won't even let me put that there. Are those going to contact? Yeah, see, they contact right there. It's 8. Boom. Alright. So that might cause an issue. I don't know. We want to go out 3 on this side. That's strange. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Clears. That is very odd. I don't notice that big of a difference on it, you know what I mean? Let's see if that works. That should contact. Yep. That contacts. Yeah, I guess the change is supposed to be very minute, so not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So what we're going to do with the rotor is nothing new, although I do appreciate the change. The change isn't significant enough, in my opinion, IMHO, to warrant use on the doors when the piston works incredibly so. So we might be able to find a new use for the rotor, but until we do, I think I'm just going to stick with the piston for the door. I do have an idea for connecting, what do you call them? I don't know. My brain is completely fried. Solar panels to this. I was thinking about doing some kind of automated solar panel kind of thing. And I think that would be a whole lot of fun. I think we could totally get away with it too, especially with the way we've done it. We could have them where they flip out from the side, you know, just on the touch of a switch or whatever. And I do know that solar panels are a little more efficient now. I think that was last. Solar panels are now cheaper and more efficient. Communications array, a relay, copy and paste. These things are all pretty nice. But in my opinion, this one right here, skadoosh, is the best one. Blast door blocks, rotor height adjustment, semi-automatic mode for battery. Oh, okay, yeah, we already figured that one out. Yeah, but I think this has been a pretty productive episode, especially with the introduction of with pistons. So I can get rid of this now. I can get rid of this. It says 8. Yeah, because what I need is another one of these. Since I've totally obliterated the merge block idea. The merge block works well for the cargo pods. And I'm thinking about ancillary engine pods, which would also be another, a nice addition. We could snag one of those up if we're going to be, traveling, or we're going to be carrying a lot of stuff. But, yeah, totally. It'll totally work. There we go. I need interior plates. What? I don't have interior plates? You're fired, me. I don't want to be fired. Anyway, so interior plates 42. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And we just need 2 of these puppies. One here. Skadoosh. And one here, which has to go that way. So those 2 things will work. I just need to figure out how I want to do that little bit right there. I think I like that idea, just how it is right now, because it kind of sticks out a little bit and gives it a little bit of a jut. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good one. We'll leave it. But for all intents and purposes, my friends and family, and just in case we're related, I think this pretty much wraps up the episode. We got a pretty good start with the piston door here. I'm just going to go ahead and finish it. We'll finish it up. We'll trim it out just a little bit. Put some doohickeys on here to make it look nice, and we'll probably end up trimming a majority of this back end off and fixing this up so that the back of the ship serves a purpose beyond having a large gaping hole. I think that's the plan, and it's a plan that I like. I like you guys too, so I guess you both get to stick around for a little while. All right, I'll talk to you turkeys on the flip side. See ya.